Have you ever finished swimming and felt more tired than before you got into the water? Your body tense, your heart racing, and wondered, is this really good for me? Banen Banteti. Hello, and if you're watching this video and you're over 60, I believe you're not looking for workouts to become an athlete. What you're really looking for is a gentle, safe way to move your body, something that helps you feel better at the end of each day. Swimming is often considered the ideal exercise for older adults. But there's one truth that not many people talk about. Swimming with the right technique is not as important as breathing the right way. And today, I want to share something very small with you, something that can completely change how you feel in the water. Before we continue, please leave a comment and let me know. After swimming, do you usually feel more relaxed or more tired? I would truly love to read your story. When we're young, our bodies are like brand new cars. Whether you drive fast or slow, the engine still runs smoothly. But once we pass 60, the body becomes more like a car that has traveled many miles. It's still good, still reliable, but it requires a more delicate touch. Many people over 60 come to the pool with a beautiful intention. They want to stay healthy, remain independent, and not become a burden to their children. And yet, many of them leave the pool feeling disappointed, stiffer shoulders, a sore back, sometimes even muscle cramps or light dizziness. The reason is not that you are weak. The reason is your breathing. According to physiological studies in the United States, as we age, lung capacity gradually decreases. The muscles involved in breathing become less flexible, and the nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress. This means that when you hold your breath or breathe too fast, your body reacts much more strongly than it did when you were younger. In swimming, many older adults unconsciously hold their breath. They do it because they're afraid of water getting into their nose. They do it because they want to get through a lap. They do it because they believe it saves energy. But in reality, holding your breath is the fastest way to make your muscles tense. When you don't breathe steadily, oxygen levels in the blood drop. Muscles begin to lack oxygen, and the body responds by tightening up to protect itself. This is a very natural survival mechanism. But in the water, this reflex makes you tire faster, feel stiffer, and experience more soreness after swimming. On the other hand, when you swim with a steady, slow, and deep breathing rhythm, something very interesting happens. Your body begins to shift into a relaxed state. Your heart rate becomes more stable. The parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for rest and recovery, is activated. And at that moment, swimming is no longer just exercise. It becomes a full-body relaxation therapy. Steady breathing while swimming is not a complicated technique. You don't need to learn it like a professional athlete. In fact, it's very similar to how you breathe when you're sitting quietly and feeling at peace. The only difference is that you bring that breathing rhythm into the water. Exhale slowly under the water. No rushing, no forcing. Then, when you lift or turn your head, inhale gently, just enough. You don't need to take a deep breath, just enough to feel comfortable. When your breathing is steady, your arms and legs naturally relax. Your movements become smoother and more fluid. And you'll realize that you don't need to use so much effort. One older gentleman once shared with me that in the past, after swimming, he had to sit for a long time before he could stand up. But after he started focusing on steady breathing, he said, "Now when I finish swimming, my body feels as light as if I just had a good afternoon nap." This has solid scientific grounding. When you breathe steadily, the body reduces the production of stress hormones like cortisol. Lactic acid in the muscles is cleared more efficiently. This helps reduce soreness, especially in the shoulders, back and thighs, areas that are often sensitive in adults over 60. In addition, steady breathing helps you listen to your body more closely. When you breathe fast, you tend to push your body beyond its true limits. But when you breathe slowly, you start to notice small signals, a slight ache in the shoulders, tension in the lower back, or an increase in heart rate. And naturally, you begin to adjust and rest at the right time. For people over 60, this is extremely important, because at this age, injuries rarely come from major falls. They usually come from quiet overexertion. Applying steady breathing is very simple. Before getting into the water, take 1 minute standing by the pool. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly. Don't think about anything. Just feel your breath. Once in the water, choose the swimming style that feels safest for you. For many older adults, that's slow breaststroke or backstroke. There's no need to worry about how fast others are swimming. A pool is not a place for comparison. While swimming, you can count your breathing silently. 3 counts to exhale, 1 count to inhale, or 2 counts and 1 count. The numbers don't matter. What matters is that your breathing stays steady and unhurried. Your swimming time doesn't need to be long. 15 to 30 minutes is enough. What matters most is not how long you stay in the water, but how you feel when you step out. Many older adults make the mistake of trying to swim like younger people. They believe that feeling exhausted means the workout was effective. But at this stage of life, being overly tired is not a sign of effectiveness. It's a sign of overload. The body doesn't need to be forced. The body needs cooperation. Swimming with steady breathing becomes a gentle conversation between you and your body. You listen, and your body responds. You breathe slowly, and your body relaxes. Over time, you begin to realize that health doesn't come from extreme effort, but from consistency and understanding. As you maintain this way of swimming, you may notice many positive changes. Deeper sleep, fewer nighttime awakenings, greater flexibility in the morning, a more stable mood. These changes don't happen overnight, but they arrive in a lasting way. And perhaps most importantly, you'll begin to love being in the water again. No pressure, no fear. Just the feeling of being supported, gently carried, and free to breathe. Sometimes to become healthier, we don't need to do more. We simply need to slow down, breathe deeper, and let the water help us release tension. Swimming after 60 is not about achievement. It's about treating yourself with kindness. When you breathe steadily in the water, you're not only helping your muscles relax, you're sending your body a beautiful message. I am listening to you. And your body, like an old and trusted friend, will respond with gentleness and resilience. If you found these reflections helpful, please subscribe to Vital Health Hub and join us as we explore healthier, slower, and deeper ways of living, created especially for mature adults like you. We may not grow younger, but we can live better every single day.